Aspen, Colorado. I hope you had a great Thanksgiving. Going to give you an update here at our factory at Vintage and show you what's going on. We've got a lot of action here and a lot of build progress. So let's check it out. A little behind the scenes here of how we shoot our elapsed time that we do on all of our final inspections. And this is our team here going through boxwood green, which is going through final inspection. It'll go through final prep and will be delivered here very, very soon. So right after our final detail, our team then goes through every single detail. You got our leads here from production, engineering, operations, and quality, and ensuring that every single one of these are completely perfect before they ship. So here we've got our team going through this beautiful boxwood green truck. This right here is heading to Post Oak Motor Cars in Houston, and it is a snow white leather interior. It's got the vintage stripes, chrome for the trim, Wimbledon white for the soft top, fully loaded with every single option. And Post Oak Motor Cars is a Rolls-Royce, Bentley, Lotus, and Bugatti dealer in Houston, Texas. And this is for sale. It will ship out to Houston. If you want to intercept it and get it now, you can reach out to our team and we will assist, or it will ship out to Houston and be in their showroom. So this has every option. It's got the vintage stripes, upgraded Fox coilover suspension, and it looks vintage, but it is not an old car. It's not a restoration, and it's not even a resto mod. Those are not the same as a fully modernized vehicle. And what we mean by that is that underneath all of this beautiful bodywork is a 2025 modern car chassis, a 2025 vehicle underneath. And I will walk you through what that means and what the difference is between this and a resto mod. Hey Brian, how are you?
Good, sir. How about you?
Good, doing great. Did you have a good Thanksgiving?
Absolutely. A lot of food.
Yeah?
Too much food almost.
Okay.
I'm tired of ham. Don't want to hear it again.
Yeah?
Yes, sir.
Gotcha.
Absolutely.
Excellent. Nathan, how about you?
I'm doing as well.
Yeah? Good Thanksgiving?
I feel very fat.
You feel Gotcha. We need to have like a team exercise event or something after.
Some sweatpants.
Yeah, there we go.
Some, uniform
There we go. There we go.
We must have come in sweatpants, and I think we did.
Oh boy, we might have to run that one by HR. All right. We got Seth here. Hey Seth, how are you?
Good, Joe. How are you today?
Good, doing great. Seth had a production, getting his hands dirty, and I will show you this beautiful truck. We haven't done a boxwood green with a white interior, and the contrast on it is actually pretty amazing. And roll bar here, body matching. The dash, they went body matching as well. And again, it has every single option. So if you want something now, you don't want to wait, and you love boxwood green, this is in stock, ready for immediate delivery. We got Meg over here doing the little details. That's your gas cap. This is made of billet aluminum and sent to Detroit to be chromed. So it is a very heavy piece of jewelry. Doubles as brass knuckles as well, in case somebody tries to get you while you're getting gas. And got a nice little mirror shine there as well. And there's your Fox coilover suspension. 17-inch forged aluminum wheels. These are the 33-inch BF Goodrich all-terrain tires. And if you checked out our latest reels that we posted, we took one of our builds to Aspen, Colorado, went off-roading, 11,200 foot elevation, and the truck handled amazing in the snow. And I drove it myself. It was a lot of fun. So I miss it, and we'll be back with that kind of content. All right, over here, this right here is a special truck. This is our demo. And we built this with 101 spec. So it's Arcadian blue metallic. You've got a Wimbledon white grille. You've got chrome trim. Check out the vintage stripes here. And this interior is the first time we've done this, so check it out. This right here, you see it's not Snow White right there, very, very bright, pure white. This right here is an off-white color that we call white rock. And in addition to using white rock, in the inserts is our woven matching leather. I'm gonna get off this segue here and show you. Chrome trim, every single option, and has the slotted retro 17-inch wheels. Check this out. I love these. I love this because it looks like an old wheel, but it's brand new. We made it, and it's forged aluminum. Super lightweight, very, very expensive, high quality, weighs 20 pounds, and you can see the matching Arcadian blue brake caliper right through that slot right there. So it will be in final detail and final inspection tomorrow, and then we'll do a photo shoot, and you'll get to check it out. This one will be down in South Florida in Miami on a little tour, and then it'll be up for grabs. So if you want to buy this, then you should get in line to reserve it. And with our demos, we typically keep very, very low miles on them, and we use them for content and showings, and then they're for sale. So if you want something now, you don't want to wait, and you love the spec, it's a one-of-one edition, which means that we will not make another one exactly the same as this ever again. So if you want something rare, exclusive, different, unique, and you don't ever want to see another one in the exact same spec, this is a really, really good one. So white rock gives you a little bit of distress, a little bit of an off-white color, and then the inserts are woven leather. Each of these hand woven. And you got these grommets right here. And this white on this blue looks amazing. Navy blue soft top. We haven't done this yet, so a custom color, and looks really, really nice. Every single option, including your power steps. These upgraded wheels, super expensive, but it really fits the look, right? You got this very kind of vintage looking color scheme. You got an off-white, kind of parchment interior. You got the stripes to go with it, the chrome to go with it, and the wheels really set it off. So Arcadian blue, navy blue for the soft top, and there's your retro wheels right there. And we got Juan over here.
Hey guys, how's it going?
How's it going, man?
Look at this white truck. Look,
Oh yeah, this thing is insane. Yeah, we haven't done this spec yet either. So
yeah, this is the first time I've ever done like a triple, almost triple white, because we don't have a white interior, but the housing on the headlights with the black over looks really good. It's
love it.
Good on the content.
Excellent. You about to get started here?
Yes, just bouncing everything and then gonna get started.
Very good. Juan was the one who took the Bad Santa build over the weekend out to the mountains. Was that North Carolina?
North Carolina.
North Carolina.
Mountain,
there we go.
There,
Yeah, that was awesome content, man. Cannot wait to see the footage on it.
Yep.
All right. Yeah, for sure. All right, so let's check out this Wimbledon white build. So this right here is going through the initial inspection after test miles. So again, we've already inspected it at every single station, and then we take it on test miles, and we go through another full inspection, and then it goes through our punch list area, and then it goes into final detail down here, and then it goes through another set of inspections by all of our leads. But all of it layered audits all on the way to confirm quality. And if it's not 100%, if it's less than 100%, including 99%, it's a fail. We don't move it forward. It never makes it to the station. All right, so check this out. Storm Trooper. Stone, what's going on?
What's going on?
How was Thanksgiving, man?
Amazing.
Yeah? You doing anything fun?
Really like this one. I
think
think
yeah?
we need more paint match like vintage. They look fantastic.
Yeah, this is really cool.
Amazing color combo.
Storm Trooper.
I like it.
Yeah.
Stormtrooper. I love
There we go for you Star Wars fans. And so look, this is Wimbledon white. You've got a Raven black grille. Then you have Wimbledon white on the rings and trim. Wimbledon white bumper. The wheels also Wimbledon white. Check out the red calipers showing through there. You got your Fox factory suspension. And this body right here, 100% brand new American-made steel, stamped in Detroit, of the highest level of quality, all the lines and gaps to exact tolerances. There's no rust. Every bit of it is brand new, and you get perfect lines and gaps. And I just love the way the client went through and whited out everything, but then went with a black grille. Bravo, excellent choice. And let me see here. This build right here has a worn glove interior. And they're doing a photo shoot, so I'm like messing them up here, but let me do a quick walk around here. It's got the Roush Performance Package. This is a 2025 2.3 with intake exhaust tune by our partners at Roush. It's actually fuel efficient. You're gonna get somewhere between 16 to 18 miles per gallon. It passes emissions, all 50 states. You don't have to worry about old car problems. It's not gonna break down. It doesn't smell like gas. And you can get it registered like a normal 2025 vehicle. And that was always one of the problems with the old classic cars. Depending on the state you live in, good luck, right? Old cars don't pass emissions. They're nowhere near as environmentally friendly. And depending on the year, some states, extremely difficult to register old cars in. I know I've personally done it myself. And this one right here, no issues, 2025, you're not gonna have a problem with it. And back here, you got your upgraded teak wood on the worn glove leather, matching roll bar. Client with the upgraded sound system and the black soft top. I just love the little tie-ins with the Raven black grille and the Raven black soft top. All right, so this build right here is, let me pull up who it belongs to. Marketing team's gonna tell me who has the Stormtrooper build. Which lucky client are we delivering this beautiful Wimbledon white truck to? I would love to give him a shout out because the details on this are absolutely stunning. And wherever it is you go, I can tell you, you will absolutely love this. And people are gonna lose their minds over it because it really looks like nothing else on the road. And let's do a little BTS of Juan doing BTS. We got Stone over here too. Let me know if I'm ruining your shot,
No,
man.
you're good.
Okay. And these guys are so good at what they do. And what's amazing about it too is that the passion that they have for the vehicle and the brand and the quality, it shows through the lens. Anyone can take pictures and video. Anybody. When I first started the company, I took the pictures and video. I'm not a videographer, I'm not a photographer, but because I loved the vehicle so much, I loved the brand so much, I cared so much, I had the passion for it, it was actually really easy because all I had to do was show people the love. And when you do that, like Stone's doing over here, I'm trying not to distract him, it shows through the camera. And we love it, it's really fun for us. All right, so here we go. Did we figure out whose Wimbledon white build this is? Well, we'll circle back to it here. We are extremely busy here. And this one, we took all of the tags off so we could do the photo shoot. But our team is gonna let me know and I'll circle back to it. All right, let's keep going here. All right, Brittany Blue on the line. And this Brittany Blue truck is Joseph's. Joseph picked Brittany Blue, ball glove, Wimbledon white on the grill. You got vintage stripes, and check out the interior on this. Ball glove, one of the very, very best, most popular. And this is in the station right before we do test miles. So there should be a quality check. If it's 100%, we're gonna take it to the alignment rack and then put some test miles on it. All right, let's keep going here. Here we have Raven Black. Never get tired of seeing Raven Black. It's a beautiful color. And this one here is gonna have the interior in tomorrow. We'll be live again tomorrow and you'll watch each one of these go forward. Every single business day we're in here, we work on the vehicle on tack time, meaning every single truck has a schedule, every single line item. TVs aren't on right now, it's 6 p.m. And we go through every single step, it's all recorded, and then we move on to inspections in station. Once it passes by our quality team, then we move it forward. So tomorrow, those will all advance forward as well. Okay, let's see here. All right, we've got GT Silver with a black grille, which I don't know that we've done that recently or ever. Last GT Silver, one of the last ones we did was for Bella Hadid. She has a really, really nice GT Silver. And this truck here is in the initial assembly station. It'll have its interior in tomorrow as well. All matching roll bar. And back to this Wimbledon white one here, Stormtrooper. This is Tina and Tommy's build. Really cool. It's gonna have another 1 day into punch list here, 1 day into final detail and final inspection, and then prep, and then wherever it's shipping, it will go, and it'll be on its way to its forever home. Okay. All right, so GT Silver, let's swing around here and I'm going to show you what else we have in the factory. All right, so it's 6 p.m. Eastern time here in Atlanta, and this is where we make all the magic happen. We start very, very early in the morning, so our team, most of them gone home, but we still have people here wrapping up. And the way we build is not just build whatever you can, however you can. It is very regimented, very repeatable, all measured by takt time. So it allows us to stay on schedule and predict exactly within a day or so of when the builds will be completed. And this right here is our prep station where we take our brand new bodies, and every one of these bodies, brand new, 100% American-made steel. It would have been way cheaper to go with another material and to do it overseas. We do it here in the USA, in Detroit actually. And so it feels like a classic, it sounds like a classic, but you don't have classic car problems, because underneath it all, the most important part is not old, it's not restored, it's not a Restomod, it's a 2025 chassis. And so by engineering and designing our own classic inspired panels, not only do we own all the molds and all the tooling that makes every part of the exterior body, we're also able to bring it to today's geometry. Meaning the cars today are wider and longer than they were in the 1960s. You don't want it to be the way it was in the 1960s, or you have a narrow vehicle that's short. They don't make short, narrow vehicles anymore for a reason, due to center of gravity, tipping, handling, and ride quality. And therefore, you get the best of both worlds by starting with a modern car chassis, but then getting a beautiful, high quality, brand new, rust-free body. And when you shut and open the doors, you will feel that steel. It feels solid. It feels very, very heavy. And it is very much OEM quality or better. So all those lines and gaps that you're looking at here, those are all measured down to the millimeter. And so that gap has to be consistent all the way down to here. And then this gap right here has to match this one right here. These seem like very small details, but I can tell you, most people don't get it right. They might eyeball it. They might do it, kind of by memory and feel. But there's a spec for everything that we do, and that is how we get the quality that we get. And if this is how we are with just literally just that one line, you can imagine how we are with everything else. These are things that I can even tell you that most advanced car buyers who have like Lamborghini and Ferrari and Bentley, they still wouldn't even notice it. But it doesn't matter, because we basically build it to a level that we would be happy with, and we're crazy maniacally picky about these builds, and we build it as if it were for our own. And so there's no memory, feel, tribal knowledge, verbal eyeballing, today it's this, tomorrow it's that. It's the same spec every single time as far as tolerances go. And what's amazing about it is that this right here, all of this is just pre-fit. So after we spend all this time, and you can check this out over here, Jair going through all of the lines, and he's actually documenting down to the millimeter. This is not staged, I just pulled up right on him. And part of his quality check after he's done is that he's gonna stick that gap gauge down to the millimeter into every single key gap, and he's gonna record it into our software, which then feeds the data into our database, and we know what build, what day, which gap, what it was measured, and we document all of it. Really important. Very rare to find a company this size and stage that does that level of documentation and standard operating procedures. And the reason why we do it is because quality matters to us. And you can't just will your way. You can't just like muscle your way. You have to have process that's repeatable, because to be able to do this at this level of quality and scale, it would be impossible to do properly and on time if you don't do it this way. And so what we've done is we blended art with science. And you've got guys like Jair who are artists, and then we give them the tools. Not just the tools like literal tools, but the data and the process to be able to nail it every time, and they want it to be perfect. Believe me, if it's 99% and it turns out later that that's not the right gap or tolerance, it's not going to pass. And these guys, you can't make people want to do this. They just have to want to do it, and they have to love it. Check that out. I just love to watch them work because I'm not of that skill level. I couldn't do that. But what I knew was what good looked like. And I knew at this price point, which is a $250,000 vehicle, that customers have expectations. And those expectations at this price point are on a Ferrari, Lamborghini, Bentley, Aston Martin, McLaren type level. And I can tell you with certainty, because I've had those cars and I've checked it with these same gap gauges, that if you go home in your garage, you got any of those vehicles at this price point, 200,000, 250,000, 300,000 and up, and you go check all those lines and gaps, you'd be very surprised what you find. And that's not a knock. It's just telling you how far we go, and it's above automotive industry standard. Because our formula is very simple. When you read the reviews and you talk to the customers and you can actually interact with people who have received our fully modernized classic builds, they'll tell you the quality, the craftsmanship, the fit and finish, it's on a different level. And that's because we purposely put it above their level. We know what they're buying, we know what they're driving, we've had the same cars, and we decided, you know what, nobody needs a mediocre $250,000 car. And therefore, it is that level of commitment to the details and the quality of the materials and the craftsmanship that we take to a different level, a level that people would say is absurd or too far or too extreme or above auto industry norm or non-value added. And we just don't care, because for us, it is art. But we blend art with science so that you can produce vehicles like this. This right here is dark moss. And dark moss is a classic 1960s paint color. This is Joel's build, and I'm pretty sure on Tuesday of last week we showed it to you, and it was in station 1. Every day, every business day, the builds move forward, period. And so Joel went from station 1, of course we had Thanksgiving, now I believe it looks like it has been prepped for test miles. It may have already come back. And we put all this tape on the key areas to make sure there's no rock chips, no damage. And it went on our alignment rack. And then it gets all taped up to be protected. And then Joel's truck goes through test miles. There's a rigorous process that we adhere to, all data driven again, same software input for any kind of squeaks, leaks, rattles. Lots and lots of things were done to this vehicle. We want to make sure every bit of it, from suspension to intake, exhaust tune, all of it's working well together. And unlike an old car or restoration or Restomod, this soft top, it's waterproof. It has to be. Because nobody needs to buy, again, a $250,000 car, and you got water coming in. And that is a very common problem in old Land Rover Defenders, old Toyota Land Cruisers, old Broncos, Blazers. I hear about it all the time. I've personally been in vehicles I spent a lot of money on that were restored, and then it rains and just water's coming in. I'm sorry, that's just not something that our customers want. It's not something I want. And so we water test it rigorously to ensure that even though it's a soft top, you can drive it in the rain. Because a lot of our customers, regardless of where they live, they want to drive it every day, even though they have several other cars. And when I say daily driver, I don't mean that, you know, they literally drive it 7 days a week, but if they wanted to, they could. They have a Range Rover, they have a G-Wagon, but when they go have fun, and just drive something cool, and you know, they don't want to be basic, then they get in this, and you should be able to drive it in the rain, in the snow, like I just did, on a nice day, on a not nice day, torrential downpour, it doesn't matter. And so this beautiful color, God, dark moss. We built one for Chase Stokes, dark moss. It was one of the first ones we built in this factory 4 years ago. And he still got it too. He actually did a photo shoot recently with it. So if you Google Chase Stokes, you'll see the one that we built for him. Super nice guy and a great friend to the brand. All right, so Joel, excited for you. Once this truck is back into the inspection tunnel, you will watch it go through inspection again, through punch list, into final detail, into final inspection. I love the spec too. I love the matching dash. This is metallic paint, chrome trim, and the stripe choice, excellent. No red stripe on this one, which is becoming a very popular thing. So, and Joelle, she will be driving this as her 20th anniversary present. She drove a CJ Jeep, an old Jeep. It was probably restored. I don't know the specifics, but without knowing all the details and then understanding her journey as a buyer, she was wanting something for her 20th anniversary, drove an old car and quickly decided, nope, not for me. Probably squeaked, probably leaked, probably rattled, probably smelled like gas, probably scary to drive. And then she probably realized, I'm not looking for a job. I just wanted something I could drive. And that is exactly what this is. Modern 2025 chassis, all the modern safety features too. And Joelle, super excited for you. You're gonna love it. And it is badass, as you call it. And good call on the Wimbledon white grill too. It matches the stripes, just beautiful. You will absolutely love this. Okay, check this out. I love orange. We don't really do a lot of orange. And this one has a different stripe than the last one. The last one we did for the founder of HubSpot. You know HubSpot if you're in the B2B world, CRM. And this one right here is a slightly different shade of orange. Almost looks like Tennessee orange. Don't get offended, all you SEC fans. And it is, let's see here. This one here has the vintage heritage stripe, real thick across the hood. And you can see the different stripes. There's a lot of them you can choose from. So this one here, kind of more classic, kind of more of a pinstripe. Over here, you have this thicker stripe, which I really think suits this car really well. Truck, so you guys don't correct me. Wimbledon white on the grille, really, really nice. And it appears that this one here is going to go into test miles as well and should be back on the line and should move right through the process. Okay, team's gonna tell me whose build this is. This client here, this is 3232, has their logo on the dash. Check that out. Matching the body, which matches their logo, their company. We've been doing that often lately. So this is Orlando's bold orange custom. Chrome trim and ball glove for the interior. Wimbledon white for the dash. Beautiful. Wimbledon white for the soft top. This is just a test top. Ignore that tan up there. And this is going to look good. I think we called the last one Creamsicle, and that went viral. This one will have to come up with a different name. Maybe you can help us name it. Very, very cool. So here we go. Two of these trucks side by side, but very different. So even if you did ever pull up to another one, which is very rare, these two trucks are completely different. From the trim, to the stripe, to the paint color, to the interior, to all the little details. And that's what I love about it, is that really no two are alike. And again, you can see all the classic car charm, none of the classic car problems, and 30 different paint colors that we offer. Paint to sample is becoming a very popular option, which I love. If you want something no one else has, you definitely want to get a modern classic, because everybody has a G-Wagon, a Range Rover, and a Urus. But if you really want something no one else has, get a one of one. Get a paint to sample color. We will match it to anything you want, and you'll get custom spray outs, and then you'll have the luxury of knowing that you'll never ever see another one, and it's just a really, really cool feature. So there you have it, bold orange, and Orlando, super excited for you. All right, let's check this out over here. Midnight blue. Beautiful color. Had a client come in yesterday and they saw the midnight blue, fell in love, and pulled the trigger on the spot. Super excited for you guys. Cannot go wrong with this color. Classic paint color, and there's something about it that's just absolutely beautiful. Wimbledon white grille, chrome trim, and the vintage stripes. This is a really, really nice look. Okay, let's see here. All right, this is Hot Ginger Metallic, and Hot Ginger is a 1960s paint color as well. And this one right here has the chrome trim. In the previous live, I showed you guys Hot Ginger that had black trim, black grille, black wheels. This one here is more classic, has a Wimbledon white grille, has a chrome trim, and this one here belongs to Kelly. And Kelly, who's a repeat customer, had a Restomod, loved his time with it, and decided they wanted something that they could drive without thinking twice about on a modern car chassis. I believe they have grandkids, and they want to make sure that the parents are going to allow them to drive around in it. So peace of mind for you parents out there that have kids or grandparents watching the kids. Modern safety features matter a lot, especially when you have kids. And no restoration or Restomod has modern safety features. You might be thinking, wait, no, but isn't this Restomod? And I want to address something, because when we post our content and we say that it's a fully modernized classic, the Restomods out there that also appear to be the same from a distance in terms of, oh, they use new parts, and oh, they use modern parts too. Unless they built it on a 2025 modern car chassis and it passes FMVSS compliance, meaning Federal Motor Vehicle Safety Standards of today, and it's crash tested, literally doesn't exist. We're the only company that I know of at this level of quality and scale that went through FMVSS compliance and physically crash tested the car. And we did that because we're very, very serious about what it is we build, and we want to be able to stand behind the product with confidence. And most of our customers have kids or grandkids. And so these types of details, stamping the body, going through compliance, doing the crash test, building on a modern 2025 chassis makes it different from anything else available out there. So yeah, we used to build Restomods, and they were very, very nice, and they look somewhat similar, but this is a modern vehicle, a 2025 longer wheelbase, wider track width, wider body, and it has this right here. Let me show you. If you go into the door jamb of any Restomod or restoration, you will never see this right here. And this right here is our certification for Federal Motor Vehicle Safety Standards, FMVSS. No restoration or Restomod would ever go through this. No classic car would go through this because you can't pass. It's not possible to pass today's safety standards. And the reason why is because back then they didn't have crumple zones. They didn't have the modern safety features. They wouldn't pass a crash test today. And the number one thing they don't have airbags. There's 6 airbags in this vehicle. And the reason why this vehicle is so popular and the market is responding to all of the blood, sweat, and tears and the bet that we made on the future of classic cars is that the market was evolving to more and more modern. They wanted to look vintage, but they weren't collectors, they weren't purists, they definitely weren't mechanics, and they didn't want any problems. They don't want to drive like an old car, they don't want it to leak, they don't want it to break down, and they want to be able to put their kids in the car or grandkids with confidence. If you don't have kids, you just want to be able to drive and know that, God forbid you get in an accident, you're going to have 6 airbags, you're going to have crumple zones built into the chassis and the body, and that the company that built the car, they didn't just throw this together. We actually went to ensure that we were compliant. Big, big deal. So yes, when we say the world's best, finest, fully modernized classic, we're not saying Restomod, meaning old restoration that was attempted to be made modern. We used to build those. We started with the opposite. Take a modern car chassis and then build a vintage inspired vehicle on top of it. That's how you get modern day passing emissions, modern day compliance with FMVSS, be able to crash test it and actually pass, and have modern driving characteristics because you have a wider track width and a longer wheelbase. All these things important to our customers. And I'll tell you what, for those of you who cannot afford the car yet, believe me, if you worked for it, like just about all of our clients did and I did, I started with nothing. $27 in my checking account. When you finally get to the point, after all those years that you grinded away to be able to afford a car like this, you're not going to want to settle. And when you go shopping for a Restomod or a Restoration or a Classic and you drive them, you're going to feel what Steven Odom, who we put the test drive back-to-back on, where he drove a Restomod and then he drove his, it's night and day. So you're not going to want the old driving characteristics. You're not going to want the squeaks and the leaks and the rattles. And you don't want to be stranded on the side of the road. But what you're also going to want is, you're going to drop $250K, you want to drive it. You have kids, trust me, you have to have modern safety features. You're married, your wife will absolutely have an opinion about it as a mom. And when half of our customers are women with kids, then you have two choices. You can tell them, hey, listen, it is what it is. You can't have all those things. You know, it's just not possible. And we weren't limited by that. We never want to settle. And therefore, we evolved from Restomod and Restoration to this. And that's how you get all your modern technology, cruise control, hands-free calling. You've got your Bluetooth. You have the ability to control all your Apple CarPlay, Android Auto, both. You've got your dual zone climate control, all your technology like USB, A and C. This is a 10-speed 2025 automatic, all covered under our own bumper-to-bumper white glove warranty. Mechanical, cosmetic, bumper-to-bumper, doesn't matter. We cover all of it. And it's no questions asked, too. And the warranty is also something we're very proud of, because it's something that no car manufacturer at this price point does, right? And so Bentley, Lamborghini, Ferrari, Aston Martin, you got a problem, you call, you know, somebody at your local dealer, and then you wait in line to get in, you bring them the car, they go through it, they'll cover some things but not others. That's not how we do it. And then with us, you have your concierge, who is the same person you already know, who walked you through your build process and was your designer and helped you pick out all the specs. Look at this, by the way, crazy, nice. And walks you through the closing, gives you updates of pictures and video of your vehicle being built, which is really nice. It's cool to watch, by the way. Imagine you waited and just super excited about your build and you're watching it be built on the live broadcast. And then on delivery, you have somebody, one call, one person, text or call, night or day, weekend, holidays, doesn't matter. If something came up on Thanksgiving, we don't care, it doesn't matter. And part of that's just the philosophy that we have, which is, this is a lot of money. And because I grew up with no money, I don't take it lightly. And therefore, our customers, they get the red carpet treatment. And it'll redefine what you expect from a $250,000 car, because I can tell you, in my Lamborghini Urus, I got a problem. I'm calling them. They don't know who I am. I'm going to wait at least a couple weeks. I bring the car to them, and they're going to fight me on what they'll cover and what they won't. And so you guys know, if you don't know how this works, the reason why is because the dealer is not Lamborghini. They're a Lamborghini dealer. The manufacturer, Lamborghini, will cover some things and not other things. And therefore, there's always a fight between the manufacturer and the dealer on warranty, right? So the dealership is incentivized to bill because they get paid, right? For us, we don't want there to be a warranty, period. But it is a vehicle, so if anything comes up, it's pretty obvious to us what we need to do. One single point of contact, you reach out, you're gonna hear back from us fast. We're going to move very quickly. If we can't handle it remotely, we are sending our full-time certified traveling technicians to your home. We don't care what that costs. We're gonna show up very quickly, because for us, that shouldn't have happened in the first place. We're talking like 72 hours, and if our people are available, they come to you like the next day. And they'll do it in your driveway, so you're not inconvenienced, because my guess is you can afford the car and you work for it, you're busy. So why are you gonna have to go drive an hour, sit in traffic, go drop it off and go pick it up? So we come to you, and the cost for that is $0. Not only just for the white glove bumper-to-bumper warranty, but unless you just abused the truck, and it was obvious, which has never happened, by the way, we're going to cover everything. And it will cost you $0 because that's how it should be. Here's your power steps. By the way, this is a bad Santa build. This is a build you saw being built. We took it out to the North Carolina mountains and got some really great content, which you'll see soon. This spec is unbelievable. It is a one-of-one edition built for Nick. Nick is a very busy guy. He flies around on Christmas Eve and delivers presents. We call it Bad Santa because of the color. A custom one-of-one paint color. Look at that. It looks like it's glowing because it is glowing. And then we went with black trim. Thought about going with white and making it full-blown Santa Claus, but then you got to sell it, right? So we went with black trim, raven black grille, all black on the headlight rings, the bumper. That is 100% brand new American-made steel. I love these stripes. We've never done it before. This is a matte black vintage stripe that gives it a very bad attitude. We call it Bad Santa because if Santa Claus was a bad guy, which he is, this is how we would slay the other 364 days of the year. And then check that out there. Santa Claus can't be like everybody else. So he's got a one-of-one edition. So let me remind you, one-of-one means we'll never make it again in this exact spec, period. You want something no one else has, literally one of one in the world, exactly like this is it. And if we get offered more money to go build it again, or somebody loves it and they saw the reel and like, oh, I want it again, I'm not gonna build it. So this right here we built for us and Santa. And Santa Claus is a generous guy, so he's gonna use it, and then it is up for grabs. So it is for sale. So you want something a little bit more sinister, a little bit more mean and unique and never will be repeated again. This is the one. Check it out. Oh, by the way, it has every upgrade, including body matching brake calipers, Fox coilover suspension. Shout out to the Fox team, great partner of ours. CEO Mike is our friend and client. And during the R&D process, we did bring our truck prototype to them, to Fox engineers, where they custom tuned this setting exactly for this whole setup, which is the only one in the world because these are not body panels that you can buy anywhere else. We designed them. They're bigger, wider, heavy, American-made steel, and therefore you don't want just off-the-shelf solution. It is adjustable if you want to make it softer or harder. We've already tuned it for on-road pavement driving, but if you want to go off-road, you want to change the settings, you have the ability to adjust it too. And this interior is out of this world. I really, really love it. So for sale, if you're interested, text or call. Our team can walk you through the purchase process. It is Tuesday, and so if you want something right away, you don't want to wait, you want to be driving this weekend, you can move fast, text or call. There's no time that's too late. Our team will walk you through the process. You send wire, we'll send paperwork, and we can ship all over the world. Shipping is very easy for us. We do it every single day, all over. Okay, so this is Bad Santa, up for grabs, one-on-one edition, for sale, and just immaculate. I don't think I've driven this one yet. I'm gonna drive it. Really, really nice. Okay, hot ginger in front for Kelly. Kelly, can't wait. Appreciate the loyalty, repeat business. Super excited for you guys. I think you're in North Carolina. I need to double check. I can't remember. But either way, you're gonna love this truck. And having come from a previous Restomod, the difference that you're gonna feel and hear, it is completely night and day. The tightness, as our client Steven last week said, maybe it was 2 weeks ago, the way it steers, the sound deadening, the way it handles, the brakes, the noise inside, it is a completely different experience from any Restomod or any restoration. It is like any, well, I would say as nice as any 2025 luxury vehicle you're gonna find. Not just craftsmanship and fit and finish, but the luxury details inside, the way it drives, and the confidence that it gives you. Juan, our videographer, he put a few hundred miles on this in the North Carolina mountains, no problem. You drive a restoration Restomod, you're probably not even going to go that far, honestly, because you're going to think twice about it. I know I've had lots of restorations, and we built lots of Restomods. Okay, so Kelly, getting real close here. Cannot wait. I know you wanted by Christmas. Look at that. December 2nd, early. What builder is on time or early? I've never had a product that I bought where the company promised it to me and delivered it early. It just doesn't happen. Again, shout out to our team. It's a people, process, and parts thing. All of it running in parallel, all of it data-driven and passion-driven. When you have people who love what they do, they have quality parts, and they've got a great process that's repeatable, it allows you to do it over and over at a high-quality bar. So can't say enough about that. Okay, so now I'm bragging. We're not just on time, we're early. That's crazy. Okay, all right, Kelly, looking forward to it. I know last we spoke, you couldn't wait to have it before end of year, and we will beat that with time to spare, so congratulations. Okay, let's zip on down over here. This is our incoming quality station. This is where we check every single part before it goes on the line. And you can see right here, see those little dots right there? Those little pieces of tape? That is marking some kind of tiny, tiny little mark that I assure you that if it was on your vehicle, you probably wouldn't see it. But we see it, so we flag it. Our quality team comes in and we make a decision. Is it accepted or is it rejected? Really important nuance, and I'll go over here to show you. Because if you don't do that, then you're just gonna stick parts on the vehicle. Look at this. Return to vendor, return to vendor, return to vendor, return to vendor. These are parts that did not pass our quality inspection. How many of the parts do we inspect? Every single one of them, every single day. And some of these are really expensive. And by the way, some of these are parts that we make. And if it doesn't pass our quality inspection, we're just not gonna move forward with it. And so you have the peace of mind of knowing that it's gonna be one of these two things. Accepted or rejected. This part of the process is key, because if you don't do this, then what are you putting on the vehicle? And these are very expensive parts too. They've already gone through all kinds of work to even get here, and then to not make it past inspection, it goes home. So if you're a vendor, know this. It's because our clients expect perfection, and for $250,000, don't they deserve it? A little different for some vendors, right? If you're not used to providing parts for this level of quality and this level of obsession for detail, it's probably very annoying. I don't know a nicer way to say it, right? Because usually most people will be like, hey, cool, got the part, I like it. We might never hear anything. But this is a different level. And this is how we think about things. It's actually our philosophy. It's got to be perfect or nothing. I'm pretty sure these are 35s. They just look big to me. Let me see. Yeah. All right, Post Oak. Way to step it up. This is 35-inch tires on this lifted bad boy. And when I rolled by it, I was like, gosh, this looks taller than usual. And I can tell you the street presence of this truck. I know it's kind of hard to tell. I keep saying it, but I'm going to bring my normal cars in here and put them next to it. It's an imposing vehicle. It's not like so big that you can't fit it anywhere. It's not like an H1 Hummer. I used to have one of those. Super wide. You can't park it anywhere. And super slow and very annoying to get serviced and maintenanced. This right here is a big boy. It is wide. It is longer than a classic car, therefore it drives like a classic car. And with this one, because it has the upgraded Fox coilover suspension with lift and 35-inch tires, it's a beast. And it's so cool because if you were to park this next to a Range Rover, it actually, the street presence and the way that it sits, you're not gonna miss it. It's imposing. But it's not so big it won't fit in your garage, right? A lot of people call in or text in and ask about like height because they're worried about it fitting in the garage. If you're gonna fit a G-Wagon, you can fit this, even when it's lifted. So no problem. All right, so Boxwood Green, again, this one's for sale. It's going to our partner, Post Oak Motor Cars in Houston, Texas. Fun fact, I was born in Houston, haven't been back since I left. Grew up in a really bad part of town, Sharpstown, if you know where that is, Google it. pretty sure they filmed, what's that one movie with Coolio where he sings that song? Gangster's Paradise. All right, maybe it wasn't at that school, but it might as well have been, because that's how I grew up, guys. Grew up with no money. And I thought about this a lot over Thanksgiving, because I was in Aspen, which is like home to more billionaires than anywhere else. Super high-end town. And I had my Wimbledon white truck with me. I did it live. If you haven't watched that, you should definitely watch it. It was like 20 degrees outside. I'm just doing it live in the middle of the street. People are walking up, asking about the car. And I don't ever want people to get the wrong idea, because I thought a lot about it. It'd be easy to go, well, this guy, you know, he's out of touch, and he's always, you know, he's talking about his 50 cars and Ferraris and Lamborghinis. Must be nice. You know, somebody commented on one of the reels and said that I grew up with a silver spoon in my mouth, which I laugh about because I was not that way. And yeah, Google Sharpstown neighborhood in Houston, Texas. Or you know someone from Houston, you ask about it, or you live in Houston and you're hearing this, you're gonna go, damn. Everyone I meet and I go, yeah, I grew up in Sharpstown, they're like, what? Yeah, not good. But you know what though? This is what I realized over Thanksgiving, because I was with my family, spent a lot of time together. My kids are in high school, about to go to college, and I don't ever want them to be entitled. I don't ever want them to assume that the world is just handed to them, because for me, it certainly wasn't. And because I grew up that way, I think it has a lot to do with who we are today, how we operate, and how we treat our customers. So I share this with you so you know what the DNA of the company is. When you grow up with no money, but you love cars, you either don't get it and you dream for the rest of your life, or you love it so much, you figure out how to make it happen. And that's what I did. I love cars so much. I'm glad I fell in love with cars. I'm glad I fell in love with expensive cars, because at an early age, I was like, wait a minute, there is no way my family will ever be able to afford a Ferrari or a Lamborghini or a Porsche, but I really want one. And so I figured out how to get it. And it was just the same way that all of our customers got theirs. And that is a really cool thing, to be able to meet all of these successful people. And it could be something like just plumbing, real estate. We have customers that build wooden crates. That's all they do. We have customers that own, wine companies, and they build boats, and they are in the service business, right? They own restaurants. We have billionaire clients. We have software clients. We have professional athletes. We have musicians, actors. Here's what I think is important. Don't think for a second that just because they made it and that their life is good now, that it was easy. Because I can actually tell you, and I know from experience, it was the opposite. And unless they were, somebody's Nepo baby, they likely, hey, you either grew up with it or you didn't, right? And for those who didn't, which is the vast majority of our clients, including the Grammy Award winners, including the Super Bowl MVPs, including, the people who built Fortune 500 companies and public companies and sold for 100 million, 500 million, $1 billion. We have all of those. Don't think when I share that with you that it, quote unquote, must be nice. It's nice now, but the road to getting there is absolutely, absolutely gut-wrenching. You may love the outcome, but if you don't love the journey and you're not relentless, then it won't happen. And, when I was in Aspen with my kids, I just thought about it. I was like, gosh, I really think it's important that people understand who we are. It's the story of the company. And therefore, when we build product, when we take on a build and it's a $250,000 plus obligation, I take that very seriously, because I know how hard I work for my money, and I'll be damned if I have a company that doesn't exceed customer expectations, and a team of people who share the same view. So I interviewed every single person that works here. We have over 130 employees. And the reason why I do that is for no other reason than I want to make sure they understand what this is and what it isn't. This is not a normal company. We're not looking for employees. If you want a job, you should go somewhere else. You come here because you love the product, like in love with it already. You love the brand, you love what we stand for, and you not only are okay with being held to a high standard, which is perfection, you want it. And the way our team operates, the passion in which they work with, and the intensity and the understanding of what good looks like, that is deeply rooted into the company. Because when it's a founder-led company, and the founders involved every single day, and by no means am I perfect, I'm not saying that, but it was the ethos and the DNA and the philosophy that I injected in the company, which is passion first, quality, over deliver in every aspect. And when we are not 100%, no one is more upset about it than our people and our team. Not me. I'm actually happy about the way they react, which is, you've got to be kidding me, not acceptable. Because if you have employees, they're here for a job and it's just a company, then the boss has to go around and go, hey, why this, why is that off? How come that's not straight? How come we miss that? Very hard to do. And you're not going to be able to sustain. And to me, it's perfect or nothing. And for our customers, at the end of the day, when they get this vehicle, they know. Not because we tell them, because they see it, they touch it, and they feel it. And God forbid anything comes up, they're actually more blown away by our service because there's something small that pops up, which is very rare, because we do exactly what we should do, which is move fast, take care of it, no inconvenience, for free, all covered, the entire vehicle by us. Well, A, I think that's how it should be done, but B, it tells you how confident we are in the product and our build process. We're very confident. And by the way, even when we built restorations and restaurants, we have the same warranty. When I tell people that, they're like, dude, seriously? Because restaurants and restorations, they have far more reliability issues and quirks and issues and things that pop up than a modern 2025 vehicle. And so that's the other thing I want to talk about, which is these comments about, oh, modern reliability is a oxymoron, or a modern, 2025 reliability, LOL. Let me tell you something. That is misinformation, inaccurate, and the reason why is because there is no way that a 1960s vehicle is going to be able to hold a candle to today's technology and engineering and design. We're talking about 60 years of advancement. You're not going to be able to touch it. Now, what they're talking about probably is they want to wrench on it. They want to be able to fix it. They want to be able to, put on jack stands and get under the truck and wrench on it. I'm going to tell you that if that's what you want to do, that's great, but it's not more reliable than a 2025 vehicle. And our customers, especially at the $250,000 price point, they don't want to wrench on it. They already worked their ass off to be able to buy this car. And this is not the only $250,000 car they have. Therefore, their time is extremely valuable and they just want to drive it. They don't want any problems. And so yeah, modern reliability is a thing, significantly more reliable. And if anybody wants to challenge me on it, that orange truck back there, that's a 1969 Ford Bronco. How about you drive that every day for 30 days and we'll film it and we'll drive that and let's see what happens. Trust me, modern 2025 reliability far exceeds 1960s reliability. Challenge me on it. And while we're standing here, if you don't know what this is a modern 2025 chassis, a modern 2025 platform. And if you're not a technical person, don't worry, because all you need to know is that we went from good, kind of, a restoration, to better than that, a resto mod, modern restoration, modern parts, modern body, modern drivetrain too. But no safety features. Short wheelbase, 92 inches. And narrow track width. And although they are beautiful, because this is a beautiful truck, anybody would kill to own this truck, and this truck's worth a good amount of money. Our vehicles, if it has our vintage branding on it, always sells for more money than ones that are not, because people know our brand. Look at the number of followers, 4 million plus across all of our social platforms, almost 100 million in reach. It's huge. Therefore, the quality, fit and finish, craftsmanship, there's a reason why. We've always done it that way. Remember, I had over 50 cars from Lamborghini, Ferrari, Aston Martin, McLaren, AMG. I knew what it could look like. So the craftsmanship was never a problem. The craftsmanship on this one, not so good. This is a restoration I bought. Look at my finger in that gap. Remember how I showed you that gap gauge over there, down there? And over here, I can't stick it in there, right? And this gap, look at this line. It goes small, small, small. Oh, now I can fit my finger in there. These are the types of things you deal with when you get a restoration, restored, because restored means a lot of things, a lot of different people. And I can tell you that a lot of the expectations are, well, hey, surely the more money I spend, the better it's going to be. Kind of, not always. And again, I know, and it wasn't just Broncos. I bought Land Cruisers, I bought Defenders, I bought H1 Hummers, I bought old G-Wagons. I had all kinds of cars. I'm a car fanatic. And when I realized that restoration is not to the level of quality that a person who's used to buying a $250,000 car, once I quickly moved from restoration to Restomod, and it was better. At least you didn't have, all this rust and all this stuff, but still, the big culprit here is going to be the short wheelbase narrow track width. And at the time, there wasn't a better option. This was all the craze, but much like black and white TVs, color TVs came along. And what we did was, instead of trying our best to make a old car more modern, which is what Restomod is, we did the opposite. We took what was really important, which is the foundation, the platform, the chassis. And instead of starting with old technology, old geometry, old design, narrow track width, narrow wheelbase, short wheelbase, we went with a fully certified vehicle underneath to start. And therefore, your crumple zones, your side impact beams, your functional roll bar tied to the actual chassis right here, your traction control, your anti-lock brakes, and the number one thing, 6 airbags. You will never be able to put 6 airbags or any airbags into a restoration or Restomod. That, to me, deal breaker. And when you work with clients like LeBron James, Mark Wahlberg, Jennifer Lopez, Tyler Perry, John Legend, I can make a long list for you. And people who trust their investment with you, men, women, children, grandparents, people, executives. I don't care who it is. Doesn't matter if you're famous or not. It doesn't matter to me. You do a transaction with us, you better be satisfied or I'm going to be unhappy. And therefore, you get that feedback from your customers and they tell you, Cho, beautiful car, but doesn't drive like my normal car. My wife's kind of nervous to drive it. It has some quirks. There's no safety features. So if we want to take it to our lake house, which is 2.5 hours away, it's kind of a big deal. And then we end up transporting it and towing it or not taking it. If it rains, we don't drive it. 250 grand. It's a lot of money. So why should you have to settle? And so by starting with this chassis, the driving characteristics, the reliability, and by the way, the technology that you never think about in your Range Rover G-Wagon, like your traction control, your stability control, your roll sensor, your parking sensors back here, I'll show you, your backup camera, your pre-collision assist up here. These things matter. And so when the comments say modern car reliability compared to that, not even close. And then when they say, oh, who needs airbags? I'm pretty sure that your kids, your wife, your parents, your family, your friends, they want to see you, if you get in an accident, survive. And the technology and the design, the engineering of 2025, it's not even close. It's an order of magnitude or better than 60 years of no crumple zones, no anti-lock brakes, no traction control, no airbags. All that stuff didn't exist. And by the way, lots of sound dampening. The sound dampening bill on this thing is ridiculous. Like literally every nook and cranny. Like you can't even see in here, and we still sound dampen everything. And when you piece it all together, you've checked all the boxes. Best of both worlds. Over here, these are our ready to ship. Midnight blue for Patrick out in Ann Arbor. Cannot wait. This one right here, you will see on our post here very soon. This is the Crimson Tide Metallic. So yep, they're an Alabama fan, or Alabama fans I should say. And this truck here just went through final detail, just went through final inspection, and it's going out to Don and Curtis, who did a paint to sample. It's a custom color. They sent us, I can't remember what they sent us, but they sent us some physical object that was exactly this color. Our amazing, talented paint team scanned and took a picture of the image using their tools and technology, did paint spray out, sent it to Don and Curtis, and this truck right here, absolute showstopper, and great specs too, guys. Raven black for the grille, for that contrast, black trim, meaning bumpers, hinges, emblems, and then they went with chrome polished wheels. Those are forged aluminum wheels, and you can see here they come in polished, they come in black. You can choose white, or you can go with, here's white right here. So here's all three of this style, bullet hole. And again, they look old, but they're actually brand new. We manufacture them. They're forged aluminum, very expensive, very lightweight, and they come in different finishes too. So Don and Curtis, this one's going to Florida. You guys have, if you remember the story here, lots and lots of cars and classic cars too. And I'll just read this because these are their words, not mine. They were sick of the old car issues. Remember that old car reliability compared to 2025? It's not even close. And obviously they can afford to buy whatever they want. So when you have that ability, don't you want something with no compromises? And so not only did they pick a fully modernized classic built here by Vintage in Atlanta, Georgia, they went with a paint to sample, which means nobody else has this. So really cool. You take this to Tuscaloosa on game day, game over. All right. And eventually their grandson might get it for their 16th birthday. Pretty cool. All right, roll tide. Okay, let's keep going here. I got a few more minutes and I got to go to a meeting. So, black rock interior, by the way, so check this out. The Bad Santa build had jet black Napa leather, different. This is a little bit of distressed in the leather, a little bit more charcoal, whereas jet black is more pure black. And really, really nice color combination. Cannot wait to get this in your hands. Okay, let's see if I can find Russ's build. This is Russ's build right here, Mallard Green. And this thing is ready to ship. We were early and just waiting for Russ to receive it. So sometimes if we build it ahead of schedule, they will stay here for a little bit and then we'll ship them out. And he has a matching car cover. And when I say matching car cover, every spec on the outside, the stripes, the trim, the Wimbledon white, all those details, all that, the grill, all matches. So the car cover, really, really cool. If you had to cover it up, which, you know, you don't want to have to, then this is the way to do it. All right, Russ, looking forward to getting this in your hands too. I believe here, this is a light jade truck that's for sale. This is light jade, snow white interior, every single option, Wimbledon white accents, also has a matching cover, premium stereo system, teak wood, coilover Fox upgraded suspension, and I will carefully open the door here. This one's ready to ship. You want to be driving it this weekend? Shoot us a text or call us. Depending on where you live, we're in Atlanta. We can arrange shipment very easily, and if you can move fast, we will take care of this thing. It is ready to go, no wait. Every option, including the Roush Performance Package, modern 2025, reliability and technology and safety features, but the way it looks, oh my God, this is absolutely stunning. This is the Mark Wahlberg type build here. We built Mark 1 in the same spec. He didn't have stripes on his, but he did have light jade, Wimbledon white accents, and a snow white interior. Super nice, and chrome trim too. Okay, so this one's for sale. Text or call us, or you can DM us too. So if you're on Instagram, you can DM us. We are broadcasting live on Facebook, Instagram, LinkedIn, YouTube, and TikTok. But if you want to get a hold of us, you can text or call. And then you have the option of DMing us on Instagram as well. Okay, Light Jade for sale. Somebody buy this. Someone's gonna be very, very happy with it. By the way, I think we're 24 days away from Christmas. Getting close. You probably haven't bought the Christmas gift yet for your family or for your wife or your husband. So now is a great time to do it. We got a couple of good options. This one right here sold to my guy Jay. He is an NFL player, and they're in the, well, they're gonna go to the playoffs. So we're gonna hold on to it for him just a little bit longer, and then we'll be shipping this out to San Diego. Pretty cool. All right, Jason, if you're watching, good luck and congrats. Okay, all right. Let me see if I missed anybody here. Brittany Blue, this Brittany Blue build. We had one load today that shipped out to her forever home. And I believe that one went on the truck today. And this one right here, Brittany Blue, I'm not sure whose build this is, but has a Wimbledon white for the trim, Wimbledon white for the wheels, and a ball glove interior. Super nice. Also ready to ship, probably early. Really rare, guys. So, okay. All right, we're at 6:55. Oh, let's creep up here on Juan, who's shooting the inside. And if you go on YouTube and you look at our videos on YouTube, this is how it's made. And Juan has an amazing eye for detail, but like I said earlier, anyone can shoot pictures and video. Anyone can do it, including myself. You have to find people who love it. And Juan is in love with the cars. Look at him smiling over there. And I think it matters, right? When you do something you love, it matters. There's an X factor to it, because then it's not like, hey, check the box. My employer said go shoot pictures, go shoot video. Not interested in that. We want someone who loves the car and obsesses over every line, so that when he shoots it, you can feel it through the camera. All of it done with passion. He does an excellent job. Keep up the good work, man. You're killing it. Really great guy, too. And here's Stone over here, processing his videos. Oh, did you wear a matching
Oh, I did.
cap on purpose?
No, I did not.
Oh, just say yes. Come on.
Yes.
Okay. All right. Great. Good job.
Just like
Good job.
It matches our royal crimson.
Yeah. Crimson Time metallic, man.
Very good color.
Yeah.
We can do more like it.
Okay. Hey, what size do you wear?
Small.
Okay.
Small.
Maybe we can fit into that, because I
Yes.
normally try to match myself, but
Oh yeah, that's true. You should
yeah.
definitely wear this.
Yeah.
That's a
Right.
good idea.
Yeah.
Definitely,
Yeah.
Shoot,
All right. So next time, wear something that matches, and I ask you, you say yes, right?
Yeah, sounds
Okay.
good. Yes.
And
Yes,
check
yes,
this
yes,
out.
yes.
Behind the scenes, where Stone is nitpicking every pixel.
Yeah.
He is super
we take
picky.
super fine detail orientedness to the next level when editing these photos to make sure that we establish the premium quality for every photo that comes on our Instagram and social media accounts.
Yeah. Well, you do an amazing job, man.
Appreciate it. Thank you so
And
much.
all the pictures, all the videos, Stone has contributed so much. If you follow us on Instagram, social media, Facebook, you've seen his work. These guys, they're phenomenal. So, Stone, thank you.
Awesome. Thank you, sir.
Keep up the good work, man. Appreciate you.
Sounds good. Thank you.
Yeah, teamwork, man, makes the dream work. You know how great people, they don't love what they do, they don't have passion, just not interested, doesn't work. Especially when you're building something like this. Okay, so we have options. You want to do a custom build? There are some builds in progress that you could actually customize. And then you have inventory builds, which go very, very fast. They rarely make it onto our website, but you can go to vintagemodern.co. There's a couple up there. And then our demo trucks, those are for sale. We use them for content, and then we put them up for sale. This one right here, not listed, pre-owned, hot ginger metallic. You want something super low miles and pre-owned, for sale. You can buy it right now. And this one right here, one of my favorites, 1 of 1 edition, Pebble Beach, beautiful truck, for sale, in stock, ready to ship every single option. And this one's on the website. But if you want to talk to us, text or call, easiest way. DM us if you're on Instagram, and we can walk you through the options. If you want to build one, go to our website at vintagemodern.co, vintagemodern.co, and you can go on our configurator and pick from 12 different interior colors. Within the interior colors, you have the option of diamond stitching, pleated, woven leather, plaid, lots of options there. Dash could be body matching, it could be Wimbledon white, soft top, 5, 6 different colors. For the body, you have 30 paint colors, including paint to sample, which I really recommend you do a paint to sample, which means you get to do a custom color, which means no one else is going to have it. Grille color, you can choose body matching, Wimbledon white, black, silver. Gigi Hadid has a boxwood green with a silver grille. No two are alike, so make it yours. You have stripe options or no stripes. And within stripes, you can go stripes with no red pinstripe. You can go with black stripes, which we just offer now. We have the heritage style, a lot of different options. Chrome trim, black trim, white trim, and then a whole list of options. Teak wood, premium stereo, power steps, a lot of things you can do. And you can make it your own. 33 million permutations, by the way, we calculated on the configurator. And wheel options and more accessories coming too. Okay, all right. It's now 7 p.m. Eastern time. We're here in Atlanta, Georgia. It's kind of weird for me to say that publicly. I feel like I never thought I'd live in Georgia, but hey, things turn out the way they turn out. And you meet a girl and you tell her you're never gonna leave LA, and here you are. Which is also the inspiration behind the company, which is my wife. And my wife, she didn't like my old cars. She said they smelled bad, they broke down. She hated the fact that I would drive the kids around with no safety features. And made her hair smell like gas, made her clothes smell like gas. And so she asked me to make it better, and here we are. So be careful what you wish for. All right, so reach out to us, and thank you guys. I hope you have an amazing day. We'll be back tomorrow. Tomorrow's Wednesday, and show you the progress that we're making. So in the meantime, you can text or call us. I hope you guys have an excellent day. And just want to say, from all of us here at Vintage,